Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and now streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for Mob Wives. Tonight's host is Courtney Stewart. Joining Courtney will be AfterBuzz TV co-host Pat Lambert and Keven Undergaro. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz into tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Courtney Stewart!
Let's see, we're on episode 7 of Mob Wives. It is total chaos. And yes, we are a little bit behind. Mob Wives has been on for a few weeks now, but we're catching up, and we're going to catch you up and give you lots of juicy information and lots of juicy chat about a really exciting episode.
Delicious. And we're all very apologetic too for missing those first 6 episodes, Courtney, right?
We didn't miss them. We're very sorry we didn't bring you the after show that you need you, because we've been talking about doing Mob Wives for a very long time, and we finally got our lives together to pull it off.
Yes.
So
we were just
taking it in. Yes, we were taking it in, absorbing it, and really trying to decide if we really needed to be on top of this the way that we needed to be, and we wanted to make sure we did it right and had the right people. And we obviously have Pat and Keven in studio today also, so we are the best crew possible for Mob Wives because we love it.
A black, a Guido, and a gay.
Exactly. How else would you do it better?
What mob is that? AfterBuzz.
But before we jump into the episode, we want to remind everyone to make sure that you are getting your copy of the Every Girl's Guide to Life by Maria Menounos. It is on shelves. It is on Amazon. It is still on the New York Times bestseller list. You guys need to get this, get your information about how to live your life in a very organized and wonderful fashion and be as beautiful and lovely as Maria is and still get life's needs. You be the CEO of your own life, and she teaches you how to do that very well. And you don't have to be a girl to buy the book.
Hell no.
And Pat, obviously,
all my boys like that.
Fully agrees. All his boys enjoy the book.
My boys, my boys.
I was going to say booze and boys, and then I don't want to assume.
And any of you aspiring Mob Wives wannabes, great book as well.
Especially, Mob Wives that are coming up in life, And then also, Maria on the cover of Self magazine. In case you don't have that, she's looking absolutely beautiful as usual in her very bright yellow dress that I talked about last week because I love the yellow. And
it is very nice. Mob Wives, Courtney, please. I'm dying.
Kevin's always cutting it off. So we're going to jump into Mob Wives. Like I said, it is Episode 7, huge fight.
The brawl. Okay, have we ever seen a brawl like this ever?
Well, Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club. Yes.
Bad Girls Club. Any episode. Bravo.
Any episode this long, you guys? I mean, this 2-part.
It was great.
It was great.
I mean, and it stopped. That's what I'm saying. It stopped and it picked back up to us.
Because they were bored.
Okay, now tell me. You
guys,
guys, come on. You guys watch all these shows. Be honest. Has there ever been a fight this long?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I would say that I was
break off into 2 brawls.
I was surprised that they weren't quite as physically violent as I thought it was going to get.
The forest fire of it, though, was lovely. It started somewhere small, and then there was another fight. And then they made up. I was like, "What Lifetime movie is this?"
And Drita's I love how they edit in her commentary on I got to get comfortable. I'm going to fight you. I'm taking my shoes off.
Shoes have to come off.
And then they cut it back to her ripping her shoes off.
There they are. We're watching. We have it up on the screen right now.
And who are they blurring out? Is that just the producer?
That was actually okay. Here you go, guys. That's from what I read. I want to credit the source. Jeez, I'm sorry. Let me credit the source here. We want to be fair at AfterBuzz. From, believe it or not, Cleveland.com, a girl, Andrea Samakis, from The Plain Dealer, did an article, and it's Jennifer Graziano, sister of Karen and...
Oh, no, not Karen. Sorry, Renee.
Renee. Of Renee. And as well as, you guys, producer executive producer and creator of all of this. So
why would she jump in?
Well, because it's her, at the I'm sure it blurred its family.
Yeah, funny that they had to blur her out and no one else.
So Pat, we were talking before this started, and you were calling out who's being real, who's acting. I mean, do you feel other than the one you mentioned, do you feel like this is really who these girls are?
Well,
Karen's a dumb
mention?
Yeah,
thank you.
Karen, let's put it out there as dumb bitch. But I love this fight because weirdly enough, Drita made the most sense.
Yes.
And then Karen, her weird intervention actually worked.
It worked and it made sense.
She
but it
broke
was so
like a glass
forced
on the table or whatever.
It was so forced though. It was so like throwing a thing.
Like how did that mediation work?
Stop. Like it just didn't. I don't know. It's like they planned.
Oh, and then okay. So right now it's
we're watching
Renee's milk. I don't hit people. You just beat somebody up every day. You talk about how you beat people up.
Well, let's fill in everybody just in case you missed the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, episode 6. We're on 7 now. Renee decides that she's going to throw a dinner party on Sunday. She's going to invite Carla and she's going to invite Drita to work out their issues, and she's going to invite Karen, but she's not going to tell the other 2 girls that Karen is invited. So they all get over to Renee's house. Renee sits down. They start to chat. They get into a fight with Karen and Carla get into a fight about the boyfriend.
No, it's not Karen. Renee.
Okay,
and
I keep calling her Karen. Renee and Carla get into a fight about the boyfriends.
Renee is obsessed with everyone else's life.
Everybody else's life, and everybody else's boyfriend, and everybody else's relationship.
And you know why?
Because she doesn't have a big lonely woman.
Right, that's really what it is.
She's a big lonely woman.
Now, by the way, I didn't say big. I didn't say lonely. Courtney, I told you last week, I'm frightened. I'm going to just say it right now. I'm scared. I'm with these people. Okay. I'm behind them 100%.
Well, I have a bad habit of calling Renee the big one. Renee the big one. And
why? Karen's got it too.
Well, Karen's pretty thick too. But I don't know. Something about Renee and the eyes and the bigness.
She turns into a fucking drag.
She's a drag queen.
Don't.
Extraordinary.
Drag queen. She is a drag queen.
Right,
this was a drag queen fight.
Jesse, don't we have the cue from Rich? These are not the views of AfterBuzz. I mean, something.
I mean,
you don't. I'm not messing around with these people.
This is a compliment.
It is. I mean,
I think hearing are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Okay, good. So you hear that,
girl? Renee is super striking, but she is a bit drag queen.
By the way, what about? Do you guys remember the younger pictures of Renee?
Yes, with the
classic.
And
No. The wedding photos. But did you see the? Okay, you're gonna probably disagree. The sweetness.
The sweetness.
Listen, I have a theory.
Sweetness? Are you saying?
If you know the old pictures.
Yeah, they would flip through with her and Junior.
Okay, let me try to verbalize this better. I saw someone a lot more attractive, a lot prettier.
You did.
No, I mean, I love Renee.
She's attractive.
I'm not saying drag queen's ugly.
My theory is when you're unhappy inside, when you're angry inside,
you feel,
if you're mean,
you see it all
if you're hateful. Youth has a way of blocking it out.
It's that face, though.
But when the youth goes, it comes in like a flood. And I feel like if you look at her,
she is a floodgate.
I think it all came in.
Obviously a floodgate. So she's fighting with Carla about her boyfriend, feeling on her butt.
Yep, feeling on her butt.
Really?
As if Renee.
But that's why Renee was so upset because
and he did but the boyfriend did make those comments
on
camera. We have them. We have proof.
He did say, "Oh, if you weren't, what was it? If I wasn't with Carla, you wouldn't have a chance." He was drunk.
He was drunk and he was kidding. Renee she has nothing to do, so she made.
All right, no, wait. Let's back up. Go ahead.
On the flip side of that, as a friend, if my friend's boyfriend rolled up on me like, "I would get you, girl, if you weren't if I wasn't with your girl," I would say something. But
how would you say it? Though?
I would be like,
with your fist?
"You might need to check your boo because he's all up." Trying to say things to me that maybe aren't so appropriate.
And that's kind of what she said.
That's what she tried to, but she kept pushing it. It's like if Carla doesn't care, Carla obviously didn't give a damn.
Renee
I think the thing is, I think Carla would have cared if Renee had just said it right. You know, but she didn't say it right.
Which Karen kind of did.
Karen at the end
later
she
said it.
Okay,
made
and
it
here's
happen.
You know what? Why I
which
think
also
Karen
is weird.
But why can Karen? I feel do this. I'd like to know
I don't think when Karen.
No, when did Karen go to Arizona? Karen's formative years.
Very confusing.
No, but here's Karen's formative years may have more than you think may have been in Arizona because the dad, Sammy the Bull, ratted everyone out back in the early 90s.
Yeah, but she spent all of like high school. She was like mid-20s, I think, before she went to Arizona because she had that 7-year relationship with Drita's husband.
But you don't know if she had it on the road.
No, she had it there.
Because, well, guys,
when
listen,
she flew.
Listen. If this happened in the early 90s, I believe, and again, let me check my notes.
I'm pretty sure it was early 90s
when
he went down.
Yeah.
1991.
He went down, you know.
So we're talking about 20 years ago. So how old is she? Would you guys estimate now? 44, 45?
At least 60 or so.
Oh, beast.
How old do you think she is?
She's got to be in her 40s.
I was thinking they were 38 to 42 was my range.
All right, so you're right. So right around high school.
Yeah, it was right around high school. And because she talks about how through high school she was trying to sell drugs and date bad boys and show people that she was still down, and even though her dad sort of like sold everybody out.
Karen is the least down of them all.
She is. I believe she is
too.
So my theory. Yeah, but that's thank you, Courtney. No, but Courtney,
that's 25.
What's up in NASA?
Say she moved at 25. She got a new boyfriend. She's had a baby.
That's what I was
She's been
saying.
in Arizona for like 15 years.
So she went and she came out of the frying pan.
Yeah.
You know, so to speak. And that's why I think she's a little bit.
She came out of the frying pan and now she comes back trying to be bacon. No. She's not.
She does try to be bacon.
She tries to be bacon, but she's not.
Really
but I think that's why she was able to communicate, broker the peace where the Staten Island girls
couldn't.
But by the way, Courtney, this is an Italian thing. I'm telling you, to go up crazy, I hate you, I'm going to kill you, to I love you, I'm so sorry. And crazy.
Oh, definitely.
You guys, this is my world. Why do you think I ran? I ran Arizona. Why do you think I ran like a coward?
He went all the way to California.
I came to California.
He didn't stop at Arizona. He went all the way
and when I see this,
to the coast.
I see this.
I mean, but like think about it. Like this is, you know, like a mom, like 45 years old or so.
They all are.
And they're on the ground ripping
pulling each other's hair.
That was like brilliant.
Embarrassing.
Gold.
It's an Italian thing.
It's embarrassing.
You know?
It's an Italian
Well, what's Drita's excuse? She's freaking Albanian.
No.
I've been to the Olive Garden.
But
I don't see that happen.
As our dear friend, mutual friend Randall says, she's Italian by marriage.
By marriage.
Yeah, no, she was broken
I think
in.
the Eastern European thing with
I think
Uzi,
that only makes her more powerful.
And she made a comment on her Twitter about, can you tell I grew up in public housing? I was like, oh, yes, honey. We can tell.
Her shoes off. She was like, I love that she took her shoes off ready to fight and then took herself back.
Karen claims she backed away during the fight. Do you guys believe that?
I thought that was such bullshit. Okay, Karen is so full of crap.
Thinks she's so like,
she's like, oh, I rolled up on her. I squared up. I
rolled up on her.
No, she did not. That is so not the case.
Through Drita.
If anything, I think Drita recognized still, even though she was, I think she was super annoyed, obviously, with the fight between her and Karen, because we'll talk about that in a second, I guess. Yeah. Like, why is she still worried about this? But at the same time, she was trying to hold Carla back away, because I think she really realized it. And she also commented on her Twitter that Carla was going to go down if Renee got to her.
Drita was smart.
Drita was trying to help Carla not get beat down and trying to let Renee get over there and be calm.
Everyone's true natures came out in this one because Renee had nothing to do, so she picked on somebody else and started a huge fight. And then got emotional about it. That's who Renee is. Karen has nothing to do, so she gets too involved. She wants to be the mediator. She wants to start her own fight. She wants to be the star.
Okay. So this battle with this guy, my boyfriend I dated, your husband I dated so many years ago. Do you think it's a legitimate beef?
Fight number 2.
Or do you,
fight number 2.
Or do you think she created that just for airtime?
Showtime.
That's it.
She wants to be a Broadway baby.
She wants to be on show.
I mean, like, how can you?
As a girl, even though at this point the chick is married with 2 kids with him, it's kind of like if she's not giving you what you want in response to what you're saying, then drop it. But I do understand that it seemed like Drita was trying to like play it down, like, oh, they were kids, they weren't really together, like it was a high school sweetheart thing when they were grown-ups living together for 7 years. That's kind of
there was a tender moment in there because when Karen actually cried and Drita actually felt like that was I would say a real moment.
And she recognized at that point it's not just Karen like crapping over like, oh, it's my dude, it was my guy. She was and her feelings were hurt.
And also look at Karen and look at Drita.
I mean, I'd date Drita.
I'd date Drita.
I'd date Drita right now. Except I'm scared she'd beat my ass.
Carla's my wife.
And I can fight.
Carla?
I like, yeah.
Carla has very shiny hair.
She's the white bread of it all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's like
I'm watching carefully. She cooks. She's cooking well. Keeps a nice house. I'd have to take those 2 little monsters for kids, but I'll get them in shape.
Well, nice little segue there with the monsters of the kids.
All
right. Let's talk about little JoJo. That would be Carla's son, who's having some troubles because daddy's in jail. He was beating on Mama at the kitchen table. With
I believe,
everybody in the room.
Literally beating his mother.
Yeah. He wasn't.
Like, this is a bad foreshadow.
It's a foreshadow of the demon that he's going to become.
You know, but they all do. They're all crazy, but they do love their kids.
They love their kids.
You guys,
well, what do you think about
Courtney,
what do you think
it's
about
an Italian thing.
that he's gonna be a demon? Like
yes, but that they love their kids. No, that they love their kids.
They love their kids.
Well, what do
and
you
that
think?
they, in their own weird way, they love each other and they're so loyal to one another. And we see this on the Jersey Shore too. No matter how much they don't get along, let an outside force come in and watch how they.
Loyalty is important.
It's a weird kind of loyalty because they will kill each other.
It's explosive.
Except, what's her name? Drita, who's king fighter up in here, definitely said, I can't actually hit my friends. What I'm going to do? Go to the emergency room and be like, can you forgive me?
Yeah.
That's why I fall in love with Drita, because Drita, I think, is real. She's authentic. She gets kind of the rules of her own little life.
God, look at the crazy eyes.
Karen keeps trying to establish the rules of this lifestyle.
I'm sorry.
She left that lifestyle.
Without being racist, Karen looks like the white girl trying to be the black girl when she's fighting with other black girls.
Done.
Excellent.
She's like, that's
Excellent.
why when she's like, oh, I'm trying to roll my neck and it doesn't quite work.
Albania would straight up be like in the crew.
Yeah, she's in the crew. She knows what's going on. And Karen's like, I used to be. I can kind of.
And Carla's like, Carla's cool and collected. You know, Carla's always been good.
And Carla admits that she is not interested in any of that. That's why she's leaving her husband.
Right.
And
gonna start dating me.
The real dramatic people are Karen and Renee. It's because their lives are a mess, so they take it out on the other two.
Well,
and everyone who walks by.
But back to the kids, with JoJo. What do you guys think about the fact that these kids don't actually know their dad is in jail? Do you think they should be being honest with him? Do you think they're actually being protected by not knowing? Like, what do you think about that?
I wonder how they're going to. I wonder what the episode's going to be when they learn what happened with their father.
Yeah, because they're
fine under this false pretense, but their reaction to
I don't know, Courtney, you're better to answer that question.
Well, I'm interested because I'm watching it, and I watch Drita's two daughters, Aaliyah and Giselle. The older one is obviously aware the dad is in jail, and she has a really difficult time with it and talking about it.
And she's
working through it and accepting it. But I'm interested because
delinquent.
And JoJo is a delinquent, and Daddy's about to come home and be in a halfway house, like after 6 years. Like, how is that? And you haven't told your kids where this.
He's already like a.
And I kind of understand protecting kids from certain information, but I kind of feel like the world we live in now, maybe they should have a little bit of an idea of what's really going on. I don't know.
I think it seems like Carla was waiting until the appropriate age.
Yeah.
But the kid's crazy.
Yeah.
So how is he going to react to that?
And I almost feel like now that he's already crazy from it, he's going to get. That's going to be a reason.
He's going to look up to his father and what his father did. He's going to become, a crazy kid. He's going to be in jail soon enough.
Or he just might be.
Or he's just a bad kid.
Or just a bratty Italian kid who will just be a spoiled mama's boy and just.
I don't know. I think that's a big bomb to drop. Hey, your dad's actually been in jail.
I think they're probably doing the right thing.
You think it's good?
Yeah, I think so. But it's hard to be the disciplinarian. He's definitely acting out and probably playing off whatever she's doing.
And as a result, the father's transition is going to be enough coming back that if he goes bad or goes sour, the kid's going with him.
It's what else is
if he goes back to jail, the kid's gonna always look up to his father.
They usually always
he missed him. So if the dad comes back and is a godsend and is behaved or whatever, could be a great role model. Otherwise, two kids, the two could go totally different ways.
The other interesting thing about speaking of a parent, Drita, Maria had said this when we were watching the show. Every time Drita talks to her guy, she ends the conversation with, okay, call back when the kids are here. So it's kind of interesting. Seems like a good mom.
Yeah.
She wants them to have the interaction with their dad.
Drita.
But speaking of Drita and her kids,
all right, go
creeped out by that.
So little Giselle is hanging out with mommy on the previous episode when mommy was getting ready for her hot, sexy photo shoot to send daddy some nasty pictures in jail.
Wait, okay, that's just, I think that's funny and adorable.
It was kind of cute because she tried on her mom's pants and she fell and it was kind of fun and she didn't try on anything, or we didn't see her try on anything scary. She wasn't doing lingerie. But she gets her pictures back and she's in her bikini and her fur coats and things and she's like laughing. She's like, "Ooh, baby, you want to see mommy's sexy pictures for daddy in jail?" Nobody disturbed by that a little bit.
I was disturbed. The photos weren't too racy.
They weren't.
I'll give it that.
Well, what we saw.
Worried.
Didn't the daughter say, "I like you naked"? Or
yeah,
she said something to the effect of, "I like you in your whatever."
I like mommy naked. That's not okay to say.
Should we be concerned?
That was a little weird.
Where's Giselle's future going?
I mean, it's just this. You guys, this is the whole world. I mean, come on. I think you're. things are gonna be kooky over there, and now like it's going to be even worse now that they're gonna be famous.
Oh, hugely.
Scary. I mean, it's like it's gonna.
I think Karen's gonna love it. I think Karen loves the fame because she loves that she's on TV.
I think all four of them love it, but I'm sure they all four of them love it.
I think just gonna be cool and checked with it.
But I think Renee and Karen are the ones that really
they're gonna go.
Yeah. They have to glom in.
Because Karen wants to be the star and she's not.
But do you think it gives them sort of an out? Because a lot of the episode is about Karen, like how to live another life and all this other stuff. And when you're kind of consumed by a world that the only world you know and what's always been around you, and if you get famous,
is gangs, and then you take on fame. I mean, fame's not a world that's easy to live in.
No.
Or good for a lot of people, you know? You have to be a strong person with yourself to go into a famous world. And you think Karen's ready for that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm saying maybe it's an opening to a door that she never would have gotten otherwise.
You know what? She has her idea. What's her idea? Jail mail?
Idea is amazing, first of all.
Jail mail?
Jail mail is the greatest thing ever. Okay, she came up with a website idea so that people that want to send their regular jail bait people.
Your boo in jail.
Your boo some cards and some things on a regular basis, so you don't have to worry about it. You sign up with her website and go for it. It was a good idea, and she was excited about it. So she could start a nice business, and maybe she'll slowly
and by
herself.
the way, we're been knocking all of them. You know, she was doing right by her son to a degree when she was saying you can't have a car unless you do this, and the husband was Junior was undermining it, of course, but you know,
Junior is an interesting
because I think this show is less. This show's less about, I think, the mob, and much more about the wives. 100%. You know,
it's about
wives with husbands in jail. That's what the real runner of the story is to me. It's about incarceration because the mob thing is kind of their past. You know, they're not still involved with it, and other than like the graphics, it's not a mob-driven show.
And they're just trying to
inspired by,
and they're trying to hang on to that lifestyle.
Well, I think it's a mentality though. It's more of a mentality than a life.
Mentality, right?
100%
choices
because they're not in the mob.
They're not necessarily in the mob anymore, but they still have mob mentality. As what's her face? Renee showed us when the dude hit on her at the bar, and she goes and calls Junior, who's on freaking parole and about to get arrested again, to come beat his ass. Like, ooh.
I loved it. Junior came.
Junior comes rolling up.
Oh my god! And like,
dude, you're gonna
now see. I can say this, being from that world. An Irish guy with rotten teeth comes up, just talking smack, and you're not gonna be disrespectful. I'm gonna wait till you call whoever you want to call. Next thing you know, the apology. What did Junior say to the little fat Irishman?
I wish we knew.
I know. I wish we knew.
We could have heard.
Like that.
Why can't the cameras be on that?
I know, huh?
It's not illegal to threaten somebody, is it?
Oh, probably with him on parole.
Well, him being on parole.
You're right. And,
and
with that, now we know that that's the creator of the show's brother-in-law.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't want things to be any worse.
I am really excited to.
Okay, putting him on camera.
I really want to meet. I really want to meet these husbands. You know, I really want to.
Oh, by the way, the husbands, you know, are so psyched because the money that's going to come in now. To these women,
totally.
And the control they generally have over the women, it's going to be fabulous.
The guys lost their ego by going to jail, and now to come to a famous, wealthy life again. You know.
Yeah.
Well, do you think it's bad? Do you think it's bad, or do they think that they're coming?
It depends
back
on the woman.
Would be worse for them.
It depends on bad for who?
Because there's putting the husbands. So it's sort of like putting their business in the street. So when they come back, they can't necessarily live the life that they were
I'm gonna tell you,
living.
Drita's husband's gonna love it because Drita loves him, and they're together, and he's gonna benefit.
Yep, they're gonna rock.
And listen, all the mobsters I knew loved Hollywood. Loved. It goes back to Sinatra. They love the business. Just in general, my guess is that. Business. However, the other one, Carla's husband, may have a harder time because she's not really. If she includes him, he'll be great with it. But if she's going to be like, no, we're divorced, you're not involved, then it won't be so good.
But I think Joe, out of all of them, is going to do well.
This is
that's Carla's husband.
Yeah.
He seems decent on the phone. He does.
Decent on the phone.
He does.
You know, he always seems kind of in it when he wants to come back. You know, I think Carlo's right to kind of put the walls where they are. You know, he's going to have a place. I worry about Renee's and Karen's people coming back. You know, because
Junior and Karen.
Junior,
but Karen's got a guy who's out of the business, right? He's not.
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean her father.
Oh, her dad coming out.
Is her father ever getting out? Is he ever getting out?
No, I don't know. You probably will never see him again.
Yeah. He's.
I mean.
Wouldn't that be like witness
by the way, here I go.
And everything else.
But I mean, I think we'd have to look at. I mean, her father could actually be known as a mass murderer.
Yeah.
I mean, he knocked.
Isn't that insane?
He knocked a lot of allegedly knocked a lot of people off.
Wow.
Because I think
So
I think the real dilemma with the wives is who wants that old lifestyle and who wants it. Like Carla doesn't want to live the mob life. Didn't want it, is out, you know? Renee, it even said it in the dating thing. The psychiatrist was like, you either are sick of that lifestyle or you still want
Renee.
parts of it. And Renee still wants it.
She
misses it because that was her prime. She was happy then.
Yep.
And I think that Karen was happy then. In all the drama that it was,
100%.
Drama excites her.
And they identified that.
And
by the way, like these guys were rock stars.
You know, they were rock stars.
When you mentioned in those communities, you mentioned my dad's this, my boyfriend's this, my uncle's this.
Yeah, they have the last name.
Oh, right this way, right this way.
Last name.
Oh, I don't miss it.
Their last name meant something.
And so, like, what's fame going to mean to them when after the show? They're going to have a name, you know? I think that's why Karen is so clinging on to it. You know, why she created that fight at the end of, like, fight number 2, you know? Didn't need to happen there.
No.
You know, where did she come from with, like, all of a sudden wanting to bring Lee back up? She just wanted the attention back on her.
It was all up in her.
No, killed me. I hated when, who was it? I think it was Karen who described their lives as the Sopranos and the Osbournes. Or Renee did.
Oh, it was Renee.
And I was like, no. No, you're not.
Well,
you wish you were.
They are a mess. But, I mean, we kind of already touched on this. But one interesting question I had, especially from guys' perspective, is this idea of who's waiting and who's not waiting on their man to come back. And not necessarily like, oh, we're still married or getting married or be married, but just Drita's being celibate. Drita. She's being celibate.
How can she be celibate?
That's what I'm asking. So
How
I'm wondering.
Can that be celibate?
But she's being celibate, saying she's being celibate. Carla obviously decided not to be celibate and to divorce him.
Right.
And Karen or Renee, who freaking knows,
wants it so
bad,
when
and is obviously not getting it
when
anywhere.
She said she wanted a man, you know, who needed sexual activity, I literally vomited in my mouth.
Yeah, it was
I was
funny.
like, Renee.
But she probably hasn't had sex in years, other than like random instances with Junior.
She's definitely a dusty ghost town.
So, because I mean, I know that any chick that goes to jail, her boyfriend is not waiting on her. It's not gonna happen.
No, definitely not.
It's
no
not gonna
way.
happen. Nobody is gonna wait. So I don't know. Drita's hot. Why in the hell would you wait? I wouldn't wait.
Courtney, I've seen this in women.
But
I've seen
agree.
Women wait,
it's the kids. Drita cares about her kids a lot.
What does that have to do with your kids?
She doesn't want a new guy.
Yeah, she probably thinks that bringing a guy in or guys in is like disrespectful to them. It looks dirty. Like I've heard women say that. I don't want to look like a slut to my daughters.
Would it be dangerous if he came back and there's another guy?
Well, that's what I wondered about Renee, especially like even if she got involved with somebody else, like who would not would Junior just randomly show up and be hostile? Like who wants to be in that mess? Like if I knew who she was and then her behavior, I would not. I'd be afraid to have sex.
Like who's looking at
right? No, and I think and I tell you right now, she probably does scare any guys that have come near there. She's probably scared away.
Yeah.
You know, she just says the wrong thing, and anyone with half a brain goes, "I'm out. I don't need this."
Like who wants to be invited into that?
But now. TV is involved.
Yeah.
So this changes.
So some weird freak is gonna be like,
like, of course.
I'm so surprised at you, weird freak. People are obsessed with television. It doesn't matter. People in this country are obsessed with fame.
Okay, some beautiful 23-year-old is gonna
be like, I'm the one that hunched on freaking Renee and has Junior chasing me, so I have to move to LA and be an actor.
Yeah, some like you don't think some
I think Carla's a normal person, so a normal viewer might take Carla. I think Renee's a crazy woman. So if you're a viewer and you're falling in love with Renee, you are crazy.
Well, some people like that fire. How many guys like crazy tricks anyway? Like,
right? You could see you could see some of the redeeming things. You just want Renee
to succeed.
No, it's not that. It's just I'm surprised at you, Pat, because she's on TV and she's famous now. I used to say it's about Snooki. So I'm saying some guy is going to be hell yeah. Some guy is going to go, hell yeah, I'm jumping on that bandwagon. And my friend, don't rule out a gay man. True. Don't rule out a gay man stepping up.
I think Renee would do very well in the gay world.
Jesse, why are you shaking your head?
Jesse's like, I'll be on that bus.
Show up, be right on my bus.
Don't rule it out. All I'm saying.
Renee could do well in the drag.
Renee will finally get some action.
Well,
I don't know. Now that she's on TV.
Is that gonna?
It could. I'm saying it changes. Guys, I'm surprised at you. It changes everything.
Okay.
Everything.
TV changes everything. It gets you out.
Everything.
And I think their lives.
I'm saying things are more interesting. Think there's more possibility,
I think it's hard to make a show around these characters, though. You know, they don't have like jobs. We don't really watch their jobs.
They don't work.
They don't even really interact with their kids that much. You know,
here's a question. I don't know if we'll get straight answers. We actually know the creators of the show, Jimmy Fox and Ben Silverman, and then we also know some of the people over at VH1. I don't know how forthcoming they'll be, but when I see those houses, like someone's paying for them, and I don't know if there's enough mob money left for some of them. So
I had the same question.
So do you think that these are rented out for the production?
No.
Well, I kind of feel like it, but look at how they look. Look at how they look. They're not. But that's why I think they're rented out, because they're not very furnished in a lot of them. Drita's house. Look at Drita's style. Like, I mean, they're running around in these furs and like elaborate clothes and makeup. Like, that would not be. I don't feel like that would be her house. Like, when Drita was in the kitchen, she sat down at like a circle table with like 4 chairs. There was nothing on the table. There was not. No, when she was at her own house when she was talking to Lee on the phone about the pictures. She sat down and it was like there's nothing decorated. It feels bare.
And I'm telling you, like if they were living in little apartments or whatever, it wouldn't be as sexy a show, right?
No, I don't. I mean,
with all the housewife shows, doesn't it work with this setting with these little McMansions?
You're breaking my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Renee's house is real. Renee's house is real because inside Renee's house is nice.
It might be.
Renee's house seems the most real because it's not that big. It's not that.
But it's got nice marble counter. You know, it's a nice house. It looks like she had some
it looks a little dated, so that's why I feel like hers might actually be hers.
Right.
But
when they take like those exterior shots, all the B-roll shots of like the whole neighborhood, they're trying to find some glamour in some really ugly places. You know what? Like the exterior shots of that house, I'm not buying that house. Like if you're the producer, you're gonna buy a house. You're gonna buy a nicer house than that. You know, like sorry, but
exclusive. It's an island.
It's an island.
Yeah.
But
I wonder. I don't know if we'll ever find out the truth on that one.
Drita, I'll give you. You know.
But
I think Drita and maybe Carla. But Carla's house, I feel like I haven't seen very much of her house. I've only seen like this kitchen and the table and the cabinets. So I don't know. You know? But Drita, I don't feel like it's her house. And obviously, what's her name? Karen just came back, so she's in a random like apartment.
See, like Karen coming back. Why did she come back?
She's writing a book. About her life.
I think she was imported for the show.
I think she's imported.
She's imported for the show to make the premise work, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm totally fine with it.
I mean, she didn't suddenly decide, I'm going to come back and write a book, and then I got a show too. Amazing.
Oh my God, and they're doing a show.
But I'm writing a book, and I have a TV show about my life. This is amazing. So
whose sister was it who created the show?
Renee's sister. And Renee said about Jennifer, she was the one dancing on tables since she was a young person, and like you said, she had the great glory day.
So if Renee's sister is in charge of the show,
Jennifer,
start of the show, you know,
I believe,
then she must have brought Karen in. So Renee must have
Typically, how this goes down is you put together a package. So she, I'm sure they have many friends, but this was probably the all-star crew that she put together.
Because they have a backstory.
Yeah.
Because Karen has a great backstory against Renee.
She
does. They hadn't talked.
Anyways, the weeks go on. We'll stay with it, and we'll try to get.
I just wonder,
more guests and more answers.
It's hard for like where the show's going. You know, I look forward to in 2 weeks to meet Joe.
I can't wait for Joe to come home. That I think.
I look forward to seeing Renee go on a date. I really hope something.
1.3 million viewers, and I happen to know VH1 is very happy, and I think this was very timely for them.
Yeah,
because they needed this.
Expensive, you know.
Not expensive.
Like, what are they paying for?
Graphics? Not yet.
Not yet.
Where are they gonna go with it?
Well, when they
specials,
when they all step up and go, you know what?
They ask
I'm not doing this for $1,200 a week.
So by third season, we'll be bored with it anyway.
Third season, what are they gonna talk about?
Oh really? Oh wait, so you don't think this? We're going into predictions?
Oh God.
Not yet.
We know the producers. I don't
wrap it up.
I guess we have to wrap this one up. All right. Anyway, real quick, around the table. You don't think this is gonna go?
I don't see a third season.
Really? Okay.
I think that's gonna be pulling too.
Jesse, why are you laughing? You don't think so either?
Did you see the breakdown in front of you, Kev?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't we have to go to a commercial?
Wait, no, I don't know.
Are we going to a commercial? We're gonna shoot to a commercial and then we'll come back and chat about the future.
We'll predict about the future.
Get it moving. Okay. Thanks, Jesse.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out. When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on. AfterBuzz TV News.
So Karen Gravano wants to clear up some rumors about her past, saying that unlike her father, Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano, she never entered a witness protection program. Gravano said people have it confused. The way it was, this was my father's life. It didn't have anything to do with me. I moved to Arizona because my family was there, and I thought it was a better way to raise my family. Plus, I was so sick of NYC.
Okay, this is just, sorry, I have to like throw down shenanigans. Allegedly, and again, I go back to the article I read in the Cleveland Plain Dealer, but back in 91, there were pictures, cartoons of her dad, his face over a rat's body, just randomly put everywhere. I mean, he did a lot of bad things, but when he ratted on an entire family, they had to get the F out of Dodge. There's no way that she would be. I mean, the easiest target is the kids.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
The old school mob was they were always avoided the kids, but I know with John Gotti, he killed someone within a family. All the rules were broken at that point. She had to get away. No, I don't buy that at all. She can say what she wants. If she believes it, I don't know, but I'm sure she had to get the heck out of there.
Yeah, which is interesting with this whole timeline that she's feeding on the show, because she's feeding a timeline that she didn't leave. She didn't go anywhere. Yeah. He went to jail. So.
And then, he went and witness protection, but then he went and committed more crimes. The dad, they gave a new name, whatever. He's like, great, let's pick up where we left off.
Wow.
And then he actually went to jail for that. That's why he's in jail. The dad.
Wow. Criminal life.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay away from that.
Life of a gangster, baby.
I don't believe in gangster love.
No.
I don't believe in gangster love.
Someone else who doesn't believe in gangster love is Renee Graziano.
Yeah, right.
She's trying to define herself outside of the mob lifestyle and trying to help her son do the same, saying, quote, I wouldn't want my son to go to jail, and he has a lot going for him, and I don't need him to be associated with anyone from my past.
And I believe that. I think that's her contradiction, but she does seem like a mom that doesn't want that. She just can't help the fact that life excites her.
And she is that. That's the problem.
It excites her.
It does excite her.
But he seems to be severely annoyed by her generally, so maybe he wants
you
to get away.
You can see where he was just like, he's kind of...
Mom, I know you're crazy.
Exactly.
Seriously. And by the way, we
doing.
never talk about, what do you guys think of the fact she confides in him the way she does? Like, she was talking to him like he was 40 years old. I don't say weird. I see that a lot.
It happens.
With dysfunctional relationships, especially a single parent. And a single parent. Yeah, but weird I say for, what we can't understand or fathom.
I can fathom it, but I don't think it's appropriate.
It's not.
It's
no,
definitely
it's not. But
inappropriate.
it's something you see a lot.
I don't think she doesn't.
But I give him credit because he did seem like an old soul as he kind of sat there.
Yeah. Yep. Well, because he's probably heard and seen way more than he needed to at the age of whatever he's like 15 or 16 now. Yeah. So the poor guy.
Yeah.
He at least seems docile.
By the way, Pat, if I may.
Yeah.
Handsome without the glasses.
Yeah.
Did you see him without the glasses? Yeah. I'm like, handsome. Really? Yeah, the glasses on, I just kind of look like a kid. And then the glasses came off, I go, whoa, handsome. Mike, Jesse, why are you laughing? You didn't think handsome?
If I may.
Handsome?
You thought he was handsome? He reminds me of one of the baby daddies from 16 and Pregnant.
One of the baby daddies, he does.
He looks like one of the baby daddies from 16 and Pregnant. So I feel like that'll be his next show.
Just how much more time? How much time do we have left? I know we're getting thrown out of here.
We gotta go. We're gonna move over to
AfterBuzz TV Mob Wives News and Gossip for the week of May 30th, 2011. And now y'all can go into predictions.
Predictions. Are you giving us our music?
And now your AfterBuzz TV
predictions. Well, as it continues to go.
All right, you stop it.
So, well, there's a little clip that they gave us that stupid old Renee is gonna let Junior get her bone for the rest of the time he's not in jail. She's gonna let him move back in and because she's the only one for him, apparently. So they're going to be all luscious and lovely.
I think that's great, though.
I think it's horrible.
I think she needs it.
She doesn't need it. That's a problem. She keeps getting it from him,
but
and she won't get it from somebody else.
Can we ask ourselves,
step back.
Step back. Why do you think it went down? Do you think this was a show thing? Do you think this was Junior going to jail and knowing he doesn't have money? So it's better right now to just get in and have a solid foundation before you leave. You know, he'll be cooked for, cleaned for, he'll have a roof over his head. Is this her, still in love with him, which she clearly is?
She clearly is still in love with him.
I think he needs
and
her.
Is it also him saying, you know what, I might as well get some more fame before I go? Before whatever he's going away for.
What are his other options? Why not? Why not go back?
What job does he have?
What does he have to go? Someone's going to provide for him. Someone's going to love him. Someone's going to give him attention.
I love the way Junior showed back up and took on the Irish guy. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I like Junior.
I think they have a nice relationship. I think if they go back together, it could be a great thing.
I think it sucks because she's going to be all up on him, and then she's going to be more in love than she was before because she's going to think, oh, we have this bond, and then she's never going to get laid by anybody else.
But how many more fights can we have, Courtney?
Is she okay? Do we want Renee to get laid by more people?
I would like Renee to get laid by random people, just random dudes showing up, and then she's yelling
because
at them
it'll be
for something insane.
You know what?
She's a praying
listen,
mantis.
I predict that we will not see that.
No,
but we will see
that from any
but
of
we
them.
will see dating, and the dating will go horribly wrong. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be amazing.
And she's
gonna be great
because she thinks she's hot.
For the 2 seasons we're gonna enjoy them.
She's getting plastic surgery. Oh my God. She's gonna carve up that belly and get it ready for Keven.
Drita, stay strong
for next week.
By the way, I love these guys. I would marry any of them. I love them. I love some crazy love. I love crazy love.
Well, there you have it.
Stay strong,
Mob
Drita.
Wives, Season 1, Episode 7. It was total chaos, but hopefully next week we will get even more chaos and fun.
Hopefully.
So that was that, and we'll see you next week.
From producers Keven Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.